Hola, mi gente. Joe Barreto back with you at the Credit Card Connection. I'm so glad you can join me. Well, mi gente, this morning on Thursday, May 29th, when I woke up this morning in my inbox, I had an email from the points guy, which really just brightened my day. Mi gente, finally, there might be some relief for those of us that live in the Northeast, especially those of us that live in New Jersey and use Newark Airport as our airport of choice, or not even choice, but because that's the closest one to us. So today, mi gente, I'm going to talk to you about this great partnership now that has become part of JetBlue and United. We're going to see how it's going to roll out. We're going to see what it means to all of you. And actually, if you are loyal to one, why you might now want to be loyal to the other. So if that sounds good to you, mi gente, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe. Check out the referral links below, mi gente. I really appreciate it. So let's jump into it. So, mi gente, this morning, like I said, I woke up to an email from the points guy. Now, those of you that live in the Northeast, especially New Jersey, know that Newark Airport has been a disaster. Straight up disaster. They've cut back the number of planes flying out of and flying into because of all the issues that have been going on with, the air traffic controllers, with, outdated equipment and so on. So I found myself, because as a loyal, and I mean loyal United customer, so much so as I go into my trusty extra wallet here, I got the United Club card, and I've done several videos about. I thought that this was the best airline card out there because of all the perks and benefits it gives you. But here's where it got me. With all the cancellations and things that were happening at Newark, it caused me now to look for other alternatives to fly because I don't want to get a canceled flight. I don't want to be stuck at the airport 4 and 5 hours until they figure out what's going on. So this United Club card coming in at 695, which I thought was a great bargain even at that high price, kind of now got me because it tied my hands because of Newark. But this morning, and I'm going to bring it up to the stage, the points guy just told us that as a part of an arrangement with United and JetBlue, that United Mileage Plus members will be able to earn and redeem United miles using JetBlue flights. That's right, mi gente. To be honest with you, what that shows you is that if you have loyalty to JetBlue, you are now able to then enjoy United as well. So you can go from this to this and vice versa, because they're going to be able now to, in this partnership, use each other's points and miles. So let's go a little further into it. Not only will you be able to earn and redeem them, JetBlue True members. Now, I've been a JetBlue True member since 2004. And that's actually one of my oldest credit cards with JetBlue that I have. So, JetBlue, you're going to be able to earn and redeem True Blue points aboard United. So, again, if you were, especially if you live in New York and you fly out of JFK Terminal 5, JetBlue's terminal in JFK. It's beautiful, but JFK has had such issues as well with construction the past year. So I've shied away from using JetBlue, even though I have over 200,000 miles in a JetBlue account. Okay. And JetBlue flies to a lot of places, including Puerto Rico, and a lot of the better deals are made that way. Plus, the JetBlue flights, you don't really have to pay as much for premium economy and other airlines like other airlines you do, because JetBlue seats are pretty much more comfortable overall, and you get more legroom no matter what. So this gives you the opportunity to redeem points on both sides. Now, the other cool part, you don't have to go from one website to the other, because as you see here, It says United will sell JetBlue flights through its website and vice versa. So, you know how those of us in the points and miles game, we like to compare one flight. Let's say you're going to fly American, but you're going to use Alaska points. So, you got to go kind of like through Alaska to see what American does and so on and see how many points it's going to transfer to. Here, they're making it really, really easy. So easy, in fact, that you'll be able to then pick and choose what's better for you. Think about that. So now, me being in New Jersey, it should be also, because I'm going to show you in a minute what that means for United Airlines in particular, that there would be more JetBlue flights coming out of Newark. If that's the case, I could utilize JetBlue. It gives me another option flying out of Newark, because getting from New Jersey to JFK can take up to an hour, hour and a half. An Uber going from New Jersey to JFK can be $150 one way, which is why it gives me pause sometimes to purchase a ticket in New York, because of the cost of getting there. Or if, even if I was driving there, it's two tolls on bridges to get there. Okay. So it says here that United Premier and JetBlue Mosaic Elite members will be able to enjoy some reciprocal perks regardless of which airline they're flying. And you think about that as the extra legroom seats. So for United, you're gonna, if you pay more for those seats a little bit further up front, now you'll be able to, if you have status with JetBlue, you'll be able to book those seats with United. And if you have status with United, you can get that with JetBlue and vice versa. Okay. So that's one of the perks. Also, free check bags, which right now Southwest just canceled their bags fly free, right? For the first time ever a couple of days ago. So this gives you that if you have status on either airline, or if you hold a credit card with either airline, and that's huge. I know we poo-pooed, and me in particular, that expensive JetBlue Premier card, because it really didn't give you much more than boarding first and things like that. It didn't offer you much more than the regular card would. But right now, for instance, if I have my United Club card and I get the perks and things with this card, and it gives me status with them, if I'm flying United JetBlue, I should be able to get some of those perks the same. Now, obviously, there's going to be more updates and inclusions, and maybe some changes to some of these perks and benefits that are going to be used on both airlines. But you could see, even for the points guy to say, an exciting development for customers who fly either airline. United's extensive domestic and global network will give True Blue loyalists a lot more redemption options. I use United to go to Europe a lot. I love their Polaris business class seats. So imagine being able to do that on and get maybe a mint equivalent through JetBlue. Okay. And it says here, this is why I love JetBlue. JetBlue has a really strong East Coast route network that should be handy for Mileage Plus members, not to mention a strong cabin experience on its handful of Europe flights, whether you're flying coach or in premium mint cabin. So they're calling this blue sky, mi gente. And hopefully it's blue skies ahead for those of us that fly either airline. And if you've only flown one, now it gives you an option to look at the other, because now, like my boy Lonnie out there from Call Me Lonnie, who's a United loyalist, he might fly JetBlue now, because the 1K Premier status he has would transfer over to JetBlue. How easy is that? A status match made for us without us having to go through hoops to get it. So, mi gente, I hope you found this helpful. I thank you so much for being here. You could have been anywhere else. But like I always tell you, mi gente, I thank you so much for giving me the privilege of your time. Until next time, mi gente, take care.